So there we have it. The first round of the day. Swift is going to be on the defensive side here, Mojo, and Legend already very aggressive towards that 8 line.
Okay, there was always an option when you see those two T10s, tier 9 Russians, that they will push somewhere. They're really useful for that. We've seen some teams do that. But this is not their play. Really cautious, trying to avoid any kind of traps. E5 in a window, very standard. Mersky and Grill doing really old school climbing on those sandbags and trying to spot the 8 line and the hill.
And for Legend, it's Zed going to be playing the Grill and Crespix. He's back on the TDs, Mojo.
Oh dear.
Gonna have to see how this one works out. But now Crespix already getting spotted out, and Legend have already taken a fair amount of control over that 8 line, while Swift is holding steady in the 1-2.
Crespix is playing with binos, rations and everything, so he's trying to be a spotter, but actually the Grill has quite a good view range compared to other TDs. I don't see why is Swift not rotating yet. They've seen most of the rotation from Legend, I think. And Crespix already picked up a first shot.
Crespix there getting hit by Ali, and that 1-1-3 has to be careful. Zed always trying to line up the shell as well. Now Dima will start off the capture here for Team Legend. So now it's going to be on Swift. The rotation seems to be on though. Mikhailov, Skylax, Mandax starting to rotate through that southern side.
So far pretty standard, but not enough coverage on Dima. Is he even their play? Maybe they will try to counter-rotate completely other side, because this is kind of sluggish so far.
Dima on that capture circle seems to be covered by Killsteal and Ebeb in those 50Bs, so they just want to do some damage on that crossing if Swift does decide to go for it now. Road gets spotted there by Ipurash. What is the play going to be for Swift here? Road takes the shell from Ipurash now, but a lot of tanks here for Swift.
They'll have to occupy the green field and deal with those tanks down. Maybe even arrested from below. And parallel with that, the guys from the north AB line have to approach and be really close, so they can do the damage when the time comes.
Mersky here in that T10 decides to take the fight against Ale. Trades one shell already. Now Legend giving up control over that D line here. Being very defensive. Mandax peeks over and gets the reset. Nice peek there.
Yeah, that was really nice. That's a new kind of feature, guys. You can boost over that sandbag and you can just peek over and shoot. No one was paying attention to that. And El Nino is getting wrecked a bit.
El Nino getting pounded by those 50Bs. Skylax there. You can see his own reload. He was the one to do the damage now. He needs to get out of here. Just be careful. El Nino already dropping low in this one. 623 HP left. And Swift fairly in control so far.
Yeah, there was no reason for El Nino to be so close to the corner down there. It's really risky position, and it's a miracle that he even managed to run away alive from there. Where he is now is far better and more useful. But Dima getting now focused.
Yes, Skylax again in that 50B, landing a nice tracking shot onto Dima, and then he takes one more for his trouble. Now Killsteal, Ebeb and Ali are starting to move forwards here, but it's going to get spotted out really quickly, and it does look like Swift, they should have an answer for this.
Doesn't look like Legend was paying attention to the classes, what are the open windows, but they will do a full push here now, trying to press the road. But they will be in a crossfire now from all the Swift guys.
Now Road is the first one to be targeted down by Legend, but at the same time a lot of damage coming in return. El Nino goes down already, and there's a lot of tanks from Swift waiting on that corner. Now Mikhailov getting chased down by Ipurash in the tier 9 batch. That sets him on fire as well. Ipurash coming in with a nice clip there. Mikhailov just decides to do his shells here as the fight goes on. Ebeb is the next one for Swift as he goes down. It's just on Ali and Killsteal. And yes, this push, it looked okay in the beginning, but not working out so far.
It's a big mess there down in the field. You even can't know who is targeted all the time because they are not falling like that fast. But Ipurashi running away in a reload, and Zed, a Grill, alone capping down there, completely separated from his teammate.
Legend deciding to do the push without Zed being there, costing them a lot here. If you look at the HPs, he could have easily taken at least 1 or 2 down of them here. Now, this is not looking good for Legend. Ipurash and Zed against 6 guys from Swift. Not much they can do in this one.
Well, not looking well is kind of an understatement, because unless Zed manages to pull off some guerrilla warfare here between the streets and shoot them one by one, this match is already over.
I mean, he is kind of juking them though. Crespix and Atmospheric there. Iporash now trying to trade with Mikhailov. Mikhailov will get the better of this. Can he pick him up? No. Yes, actually, Iporash does pick him up, but still, look at the HP lost for that one. As it does seem like Zed juke the entirety of Swift here, who are all driving up the hill while he's casually sitting on that A line.
It's gonna be kind of a problem because, yeah, he can do something about Skylex and Mandrex and maybe even Crespix, but Mursky and Atmospheric, they've been kind of fresh out of garage, full HP, stocked, rearmed, you know?
I just love how they still haven't found where Zed is.
But they found Ipurash. And
Poor Iporash. Crespix comes up the hill and says hello. Now the entirety of Swift is wondering, where the hell did Zed go?
I guess he's chatting with his guys because he's not moving much.
Now Atmospheric still has no idea.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, it looks like he's onto something. Atmospheric. Oh, he figured it out. There is Zed. There is Atmospheric. 610. That's a very low
Quite
roll.
a low roll.
Now Atmospheric should be able to take down Zed here. Doesn't even angle his front towards him. He knows this one is over.
He's quite a careless guy. Doesn't care. But this was a better roll, but still. It's not a shootout that Zed can win. It all goes for statistics, but nothing in reality.
That will be it. Swift now picking up the first round. Legend. Their plans seemed okay, but one reset from Mandax in the Bacha, and it was over.
I didn't even look well. They were just stuck in that corner and they did not have any real coverage of the angles. You saw when Atmospheric, no, not Atmospheric, who was that? El Nino, who was pressed in that 1-1-3, and he had to run away to one sandbank behind, taking like almost 4 shots from 50B for nothing, for no reason whatsoever. The rest of the guys were taking shots from those windows. They had no clue how to deal with that. They tried to do that push, let's call it a push.
A push was never really going to work. Road was just there to, you know, sacrifice at that point.
It's kind of not a push when everyone on the map knows what you're doing ahead. And you're getting aimed and shot and so on. So yeah, I mean, it was a expected ending.
Swift picking up the first round here. I'm still going to favor them in this matchup, Mojo. I mean,
they are looking stronger, and they had some really tough games so before, as Rode said, with hard opponents, but at least they showed something there.
Let's take a look at stats in the meantime, as I'm pretty sure Skylex, I knew it, Skylex there, very crucial for his team, Mojo.
Well, Skylex, that's not a real discovery there, because Skylex and Mikhailov are usually the ones for doing the damage. This time Crespix doing something with his grill, 2k damage, not that shabby. And Ipurash and Zed, the last survivors.
El Nino there, we talked about it already, that 1-1-3, dropped very low in the beginning, couldn't do much, and then Ebeb and Dima.
Ebeb got pushed. Surprising is, it looks like Zed did no damage before the end of the game.
Don't think so. I mean, his team pretty much pushed, leaving him behind. He came around the corner later. I mean, they pushed without him.
Yeah, but he was then quite late to help them out. Like, he was in no position to shoot whatsoever. Those TDs not working yet for Legend. Maybe next round.
Maybe next round. But now, Mojo, now Swift will be on the offensive side, and so far, I mean, they have now changed their track record from flawless defeats only. They've at least picked up 1 round on Himmelsdorf.
Well, they've picked 1 defense. Now they have to work something on attack. We haven't seen them really doing any marvelous things here so far. Let's say it like that. But they had plenty time to prepare and watch other teams how they do it. So if you don't know yourself, you can learn from the better ones.
I just hope they ditch that FETD for now. Maybe bring it back later on in the season and have a little bit more confidence, a little bit more points even.
Yeah, to play FETD, you have to be already angled, already prepared where to shoot. A lot of other things. You cannot make wrong choices because of the reload time, because of bad aim time on that TD. And I don't think Crespix was ready for that in a gold season. Maybe he was actually playing it really well in silver, but maybe he got just nervous being on the screen now.
Let's take a look at the lineups though and see if Swift does decide to go with a FETD again as no. Gorilla again. I mean, I'm happy with this one. And Legend, a lot of FE215Bs.
Yeah, that's kind of a more old school setup combined with Ice 4 and 113. It's not a push setup, it's really defensive with those two tier 9 bachats as only rotation force they have, so no 50Bs or anything there. Ice 4, well, we'll see how will they position that and use that. We've seen a lot of pros and cons for that one. If it's used properly, like on rail behind the gas tanks, it can be a beast of a tank. Lately, if you put it just on a top cap next to the house,
I mean,
we've seen several ways to deal with it.
Swift doesn't really have anybody to really deal with it right now. They would have to go down the 5 line.
Yeah, 5 line is a big weakness.
Because they don't have a VTD.
But also, IS-4, we've seen it can be used on a 5 position behind that little sandbag right in front of the window. So that's actually a really strong position for him too.
It does seem like our game is ready, so let's get into it. Legend against Swift here. Swift currently 1-0 up. Now, Legend will be on the defensive side, Mojo. And Swift, fairly common start here from both teams, I would say.
Well, a lot of guys actually from Legend are going up north, and only El Nino and Dima are controlling the rail. Now El Nino in that ice war is going where we said, to the gas tanks. I really doubt that he will go any further. Yep, there he is, because that's the only position he can sustain himself without some significant help. So the other guys can just come and join him later. The rest of the Legend team are doing a kind of a trap here.
Now Mandax already is pretty much spotting this one out here as he sees Ali, he sees Zed.
Trap already failed. Everyone is spotted.
So this trap kind of getting read very early by Swift.
This is a big information for Swift now. It's really important in this kind of games, guys, that you can see some of the people, because you can predict more or less everyone else where they are. So now Swift with great certainty knows that majority of Legend team is already in upper right quadrant, and they can play around with it. They know they can take the green field maybe now. They know they can maybe even cut off El Nino if he's there on the rail. So my guess is there will be some rotation toward the rail first now, to check that things out, while the rest of the team will hold off the guys from Legend that are around the 8 line.
Road here spotting. Already Dima out, and there's a rotation. Atmospheric, Sky likes Mikhailov. Now Dima take a few shells here by Road.
Come on, Road.
Road
Nice.
the first. Can you land another one, Mojo? That is the question here, though. But
Maybe
now
up there now. No, Road. Road chose not to risk anything. He's been caught a couple of times in that light, and I believe
is
he
an
has.
understatement.
I believe he has bad memories for it.
Now a lot of tanks here from Swift trying to hit Dima. No luck so far. Now El Nino here is in a strong position, but a lot of tanks still from Legend. I need to start the rotation.
No, doesn't look like Legend is bothered that much. El Nino can do it on his own. Easy game.
Now, El Nino's position is very strong, but if the entirety from Swift would decide to go there, it would not end well right now for Legend. I mean, I like the idea that they started a trap in the beginning, but now it's time to abandon that idea and reposition. But Dima here with Iporash, seems like they want to maybe take the hill, Mojo. Whoa, nice shell from Crespix, and Iporash has no fire extinguisher. He is on fire.
Wow, Iporash is playing it old school like Fishy always liked. Like Fishy is always like, no, fire extinguishers are for more feminine players.
Now, if they wanted to push the hill, that plan has now gone completely out of the window, as Iporash is a one-shot.
That's kind of a bad rotation force now. Iporash usually playing tier 8s for Legend. We've seen him also in his biggest role, Ice 3, if you remember. And my favorite one, scouting Ice 3 on Himmelsdorf.
Iporash now not having a good time.
You remember
so
when
far.
they sent him over the green field to scout with Ice 3? He actually survived that.
Iporash here having the greatest of times, and still, I feel like Legend need to start rotating here. There's no point of 6 tanks being where they are. Swift knows this. They are not going to push the 8 line.
Why is he even reloading in that 1-1-3? Oh, kind of misclick. Well, Zed and the guys are definitely trying to do something about that hill again. But Crespix is not waiting there anymore.
Even if Zed pushes up that with those 2 batchas, they could do a lot of damage here.
If there is some movement on the rail finally. Road is coming there. He will probably pressure the cap now very soon. And Atmospheric is right there behind him to cover him.
Now Road has pressure on that cap. We've seen El Nino. Road can now sit fairly safe though, as Mersky is landing shell after shell here. Road can
Mersky is
sit fairly
really
safe.
harassing those FE heavies.
Now, we talked about this before. You can reset from one side with HE, but Road can just cover himself from the other side. And now Mikhailov and Skylex joining as well. It's going to be bad for Legend at this point, as nobody else is in position. And Mikhailov also deciding to push forward in that 50B. El Nino here will be dealt with shortly.
Well, Swift realized finally that Legend left El Nino, poor El Nino, completely alone there. He does not look he can do it alone.
As El Nino, that Hurricane is now gone. Clear weather for Swift to start this capture.
No Superman here.
Now, Road is on the cap. Mersky, yes, has taken some here, but still, Legend is so far behind at this point. Ipurash is still a one-shot, and his FE215Bs, they're not the quickest rotations, as Ebeb now taking a lot more. And this is a really, very strong position for Swift at this point.
Swift, everything closed up pretty much every corner here. Legend has problem to approach to try to decap, but they're taking damage quite obviously from every possible angle where they're driving at, and they are not outnumbering their opponent anywhere.
Crespix and this Gorilla is having a good time as he lands another shell. Kill still goes down as well. That Gorilla from Crespix doing a lot in this one actually. Seen him peek out multiple times, landing some nice shells here. So no FETD, it's working out for Swift so far.
Yeah, maybe that FETD is kind of too slow for him.
And another one.
Yeah, maybe it's just a really too slow tank for him. Like FETD requires really steady hand and patience, while with Gorilla you can rotate the map and play around like you're more or less a medium.
Now Zed goes down as well towards Road in that Amex 3090, and Dima will be the last one standing here for Legend, as he seems like he wants to make his way towards that hill to draw out some time.
Poor Dima. He can choose between going to die to the enemies or...
Is it going to be Crespix? Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh,
that ground fell that shot.
disappointing. But he did a lot in this one, Crespix. I've seen him land 4 or 5 shells.
It was just a snapshot here, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see the next one.
See if Crespix can do it on the second try.
But yeah, we
praised him too much. We praised him too much. But with the cap going down to 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, Crespix will get one more chance. Third time's a charm, Mojo. Can he do it? Nope. And that will be it. Team Swift picking up their second round here with a capture of the base.
Capture, murder, kill, whatever. Swift 2-0, pretty decisive. Nothing to say that more. Really bad positioning by Legend in both games so far. Not improving much on Himmelsdorf so far. The only game they won was when they surprised Kazna, if I remember.
We said they had to rotate. I mean, during that entire time, there was 3 minutes where they had the chance to rotate, but instead they left El Nino completely alone.
No covering, no spotting, no nothing.
And
like
Swift,
you can do it, bro.
That Hurricane of El Nino was dealt with rather swiftly.
So what do we have here now? A quick success of Swift, finally 2-0 up. Even if they play partial games now 1-1, they're still in for a win. Legend actually has to do something really groundbreaking to bring this game back to them.
I've been happy with Crespix's performance. Let's take a look at that performance as we look at stats. And he's going to be on top as expected, landing a nice amount of damage there in that Gorilla. Finally, the Crespix we've been waiting for.
Finally, 4k damage. A person they stated he's the only one in the team who needs to play the tank destroyers in their lineup. After a few games like this more, he will have a good average damage.
He might. Well, there are so many FETD rounds. It's going to take a lot more than a few, but the story tells itself.
6 out of 7 guys are
And the only guy that's not on the first page is Road in the tier 8.
And even he was capping most of the time. I believe he would actually do more damage if they let him.
Well, he killed Zed.
Poor Zed.
Now, this is, again, we've talked about it before, Legend. Seems like a lack of preparation, a lack of cohesion, a lack of tactics.
A lack of everything.
It's not looking good for them this season. A team that was so strong in Silver League, now...
Unreal. They were one of the most offensive teams in the Silver League. Really had great potential, but it was just too much maybe for them to join the league now. We will see. Will they maybe improve? Maybe they will just regroup after this first phase and find their roots again. It's not unheard of. A lot of guys did that. And we have Rage Quit in this season here now. They were lucky Kuraki. They went up and down from the Gold League and they never give up. So why not?
Legend gonna need some more preparation in this one now. The next map is gonna be Mines.
Okay. He's been already saying that other teams are doing the boost, taking the positions from them. I haven't seen Swift play that much. On Mines, they played one game, I think, against TWB Gaming, and that was about that. And they actually won it.
They actually won it. So let's take a look at those lineups here. Coming into Mines, Mojo. A lot of bad shots, no surprise. Fairly common lineup from both teams. I like the double bad shot from Legend. I like the T49 as well.
It's pretty decent. 49 is always a cool pick in my eyes. 2 113s from Legend here coming in. Well, for attack, that's totally okay, I would say. No, for defense. That's going to be a really, really offensive defense by Legend.
I mean, not necessarily. We've seen teams play with tier 9 bad shot as well. You can do a lot of things with it. You can boost one
with
on the east as well.
Yeah, with 2 113s and TVP, in my eyes, they will go for the middle brawl.
They might go for the middle brawl. Let's find out though, as now Swift currently 2-0 up, now moving into Mines.
Mines, a small summertime map with lots of hills, rocks and other cover. The teams start the battle in the usual locations, but the base locations are different. One is located in the bottom part of the village and the other one is in the water. One of the key objectives is the center hill. That's why the teams will often select fast vehicles and tanks with strong turrets for cover.
There we have it now. Swift is on the defensive side, Mojo. And Legend is on the attacking side.
And they're going offensive for water for some reason. Well, 2 113s pressing water, knowing that Swift has a T49, that's kind of not smart move. Like that 49 can just rotate and decap endlessly. But look at this conflict that will come in the water now. Killsteal is already dead.
Killsteal is already gone. Gets completely blown up by the boys from Swift here now. Ebeb is going to be the next one, as there's a lot of tanks waiting behind there. Ali can't move forward here. Crestwig's atmospheric Mannex all waiting around this corner. Ali does decide to make the peak here. Does take a lot of damage for his peak there in return. Now this is not looking good again for Legend. Already 3 HP down.
This game is already over and it didn't even start.
Now the push comes in from Swift. They want to clean up Ali. One more shell will do the trick, as Crespix is the one to take it. Now all 7 from Swift are still alive at this point.
Oh, this is so horrible. The worst possible start you can get. That's why people usually don't like those kind of blind pushes. We've seen it work once yesterday, but it was kind of a quirky game because the defending team went for the hill and the attacking team went for the water. So they kind of missed each other, so these guys didn't get even shot and they had a chance to win it. But once the team is actually around the middle, like Swift was, this is what happens. You lose one medium before he even crosses somewhere.
Now Dima seems to be the next one. One more shell and that will be it for him, as Manax is the one. Now Zed and Iporaj, the last 2 standing here for Legend. Mojo, this is starting to look like a landslide, not what we expected coming into this one.
Man, that blind push in Warm Embrace of Swift tanks.
As Skylake picks
had
up
a short survival.
Iporaj, and that will be it. That's 3-0 now. Very quick game. Not much to say about that one. They tried to push one line, and Swift had 3 batch that's waiting for it, and guys on the 3 line waiting for it, and everybody died.
Dude, at one moment I read a statistic. What was the survival rate of average American G.I. Joe in Vietnam, you know, when he comes fresh in? It was longer than this.
Now, again, Legend, that was a very blind push. Something... I mean, Swift was completely ready for it, so really Legend just drove into Swift's tactic and...
Swift just played the standard tactic.
Yeah.
It was not even some counterplay or whatever. They were just controlling the mid and covering with their medium tanks from the island. And then they saw Legend coming. I was like, oh, okay, bring it on.
And then we lost Killsteal instantly, but we look at stats here at the same time. Mojo, not gonna be a lot of Legend players here.
Woo, 3.5k in TVP.
Skylex again.
That's a rare occasion.
He probably got a free clip on them crossing, then he got a clip onto the 113s.
16 shots. That's 4 clips he managed to shoot in all this time.
Well, he got 1 clip on the crossing for sure, right? So that's 1, then 1 on the 113s, then perhaps on Iporash on the island, and then on Z.
Wow, did he miss a shell? Yeah, he had to miss a shell. I mean, because he didn't pen everything, but
Well,
wow.
3 clips is it's like 290 average or 320 average, one of the
320.
320. It's like 1.2.
He would do 5k, mate, if he did all shots.
He might have done 1 or 2 kills. That might be the damage.
But anyways, damage overwhelmingly going to Swift side. Swift victory.
Swift victory.
Yeah.
That was not a legendary push.
No. Wow, we're so corny.
But see, that was a good one.
But now we are going to see Legend in defense. Maybe they will implement some rage quit old
I mean,
school camp.
At this point, Zed talked about against rage quit. They lost motivation after the first 2 rounds. Seemed like against Go Hard, they also lose motivation after the first 2 Ghost Town rounds. Now, I'm guessing they're also losing motivation here.
Yeah, this would look like a fast suicide, but let's see what happens now.
See what we got for our tanks here, moving into our 4th round between these two. Mojo, Legend again. Ooh, that's a lot of 50Bs for mines.
Oh man, this smells like a
Push around the
rotation
mountain?
push around the corner, but Swift, I mean, they can see it as well as we do. They can really intercept it easy.
Let's find out what those 350Bs are meant for now. Moving in our 4th round between these two. Swift could make a match point already. Not something we expected here. Fairly common start. And the 50Bs are actually driving towards the middle, Mojo.
Ooh. That's a not good place to be with a 50B. It would be perfect if someone would try to cross like they did. But there we go. Swift already has a hill.
And
For free.
Zed already taking a lot of damage there from that TVP. Mirsky landing some nice shells here. Now Killsteel is behind them, but they're going to take so much damage on these 50Bs. Now Zed getting peeked on by Crespix as well. This is not looking good for Legend. This is not the start they wanted, and Killsteel will not be able to do much in this one.
Atmospheric really annihilated here, Zed, because no one is even controlling that area. Like, for God's sakes, the Apuras is chasing a light there and he's not even paying attention to Atmospheric.
Killsteel's not in the fight, Iparash is not in the fight. Kill's going all the way in favor of Swift here. These 50Bs are taking damage from all sides. They do not have the armor as Skylex picks up El Nino. They don't have the armor to resist these 113s, Mojo, and Killsteel, Iparash and Ali are the last one standing already.
Man, everywhere you look, it's just pain, pain, and more pain coming in. Swift is in lead with HP, in lead with guns. Some of them are lower HP, but they will just collide now and finish off what's left off of Legend. And then again, we will have 2 split-off tanks on different sides of the map.
Iporaj is still chasing Road around the mountain here.
Seriously?
Road drawing him out there. Still Iporaj not catching Road.
Not the way to play tier 9.
Chasing down at the red lights and not catching him? Nope, not really.
And not even paying attention to the main battle. Okay, a match point already.
And there we go. Swift picking up their 4th round here.
Swiftly.
Very swiftly. Those 50Bs, I mean...
Looks like you were like really on point before the match.
Oh,
prognosis.
you're gonna quote me. You can quote me on what I said before this match.
5-0.
And I might be coming
I was
right
like,
here.
no Legend will try there. No, 5-0. Merciless, mate. Merciless. Find some mercy in that heart of yours. Come on.
I have no heart. It's a stone. You know this.
It's a hole.
Yeah, exactly. But now those 50Bs, like that was a plan that was going to fail from the beginning.
If they did that rotation and maybe did some climb with
But
mediums.
even then, you could see the positions of the 113. They're all safe. They're just waiting for those 50Bs to drive forward. Legend can't challenge the hill because Swift has easily control over that.
This kind of tactic, this is not a tactic. This is a clan war tactic. This is not a gold league
This doesn't
tactic.
work against a team like even Swift. You know, they just stayed safe with their 113s and they peaked on those 50Bs. Their 50Bs can't clip on anything.
Yeah, they can't. They have no targets and everyone can pen their turret. Easy.
Let's take a look at stats from that last round here. Legend, again, not looking good in this one, as again, the scoreboard, it's all Swift.
Well, whoever has Skylex in his dream team, it's paying off.
He's playing well today, and Crespix as well. I mean, they really needed him to step up after the last matches.
Well, no more FE. Crespix happy, everyone wins, including Swift. Again, out of 7 guys, 5 are from Swift. Poor little road down below, but who cares? He's been buying attention. Yepurash. Yeah, Yepurash
I'm not
was
sure what
wasted.
Zed was doing in the middle there anyways. He drove towards the rock, got shot by the...
Yeah, but he was supposed to be covered by Yepurash. Yepurash just went there to chase after... he saw Pussycat and he just went there. Like, what was that?
Even in the beginning, Zed got pretty much clipped by that TVP.
Yeah, but then he had nowhere to run because one guy, hey, mate, like he leaned over the hill like this and he was just shooting him down and no one even turned the turret to help him.
No, Mojo.
What about?
4-0 down. What does Legend do to get this and back in this one? They already said they needed a miracle. They need even a bigger one right now.
Well, let's see the next map.
Prokhorovka.
Okay, maybe Swift will suicide somewhere and do them a favor because they're defending first. There's a chance.
I mean, there's always a chance. I was going to say that's the one advantage Legend have. They're on the defensive side.
We've seen the comebacks. The comebacks were real.
Mojo?
More than one.
Do not mention comeback.
What? You don't want the something good to
I
happen
want
to
a
Legend?
great match, but we have 3 more, Mojo.
Oh yeah, durability.
Let's take a look at the lineups. They're moving into our 5th round here. Possibly the last round. Legend, standard lineup, I would say. Swift also.
Swift a bit heavier. Here they can do whatever they want with this. Honestly, they can press either woods or middle side combined with a hill. On Legend, a smart pick, copy paste from Ding even, and a lot of clippers there, and E5 and 113 to control that open cap. So this is, for me, this is the defensive pick you should take. It's good.
It is good.
They
but
might win this.
They might win this. Now, Swift, I mean, it all depends on how Legend comes into this one, but it does seem like our game is ready, so let's get into it. Can Legend come back, or is Swift going to swiftly close it out, moving into Prokhorovka?
Prokhorovka, one of the first maps in the game. Teams start at the regular spawn points as they do in standard battles. Bases are separated from each other by the railway, so the defending team has to choose whether to send their vehicles to the left side, playing them in the centre, or to the right of the railway, occupying the hill and a part of the village. The attacking team usually attacks the first base. However, the teams often go for face-to-face confrontations, 7-on-7, in the hilly terrain at the centre. That's why both teams frequently use vehicles with good gun depression angles and sturdy turrets.
There we have it, as we said, Legend on the defensive side, Swift currently 4-0 up, already moving towards that eastern village.
Well, pretty classic defensive, but no, Legend is actually going for the forest side with this pick. That's an unusual one. Killsteal doing the front spot. If the road was there with the rest of the guys from Swift, there would be some dead people now coming from Legend. But never mind that, they are doing the unthinkable, pushing the forest.
Oh, Road, poor Road. It seems like his days are numbered here. I don't think he's going to be able to run away from Zed.
Oh, Mersky and Atmospheric should pay more attention to running away at the moment so they don't get shot. Road is still alive.
He's trying to do as he can.
Oh,
as
he's doing damage.
He's getting chased down by Zed, who needs to land these next 3 shells. And will Road survive
Smart
this one?
play, Road.
I mean, he's still alive longer than every last match so
And
far.
they're already pressing the cap, and now Legend actually has to cross the open field because, hey, they given them the superior side away for no reason, because when you take 113 and E5, you're actually meant to keep other side safe.
Looks like Road's days are numbered, as they really want to kill that RU-251. 3 bad shots. I think that was sufficient to kill him.
Yeah, Road's dead. That was totally unimaginable scenario here when we saw 7 guys chasing him. But Killsteal and Zed are doing the rotations. That will leave quite a lot of guys from Legend open for a counter push, which is coming as we speak.
Here comes the pain train from Swift. It looks like they want to take down El Nino. El Nino already taking so much on the E5 from 2 sides as he goes down.
I think Yepurash will be next when they push the mediums from the south side, from the north side, sorry.
Ebep now as well in that bacha, taking so much. They're trading a little bit onto Atmospheric, but now Iporash, he's getting pushed as well. Skylex is low in this one, Ali in that 1-1-3. But here comes Zed and Killsteal, and they change this fight, Mojo.
When Killsteal and Zed come, it's gonna be a little messy here. Here come their first shells of them, but HP they are losing is a significant one.
Team and the TVP has shells ready, though Mikhailov here also dropping low. This is doable for Legend.
No, don't forget, because all those mediums of Swift, they already emptied the clips. They will have them soon.
Oh, but
And
Killsteel is
Legend,
on fire. He is going to burn down, and there he goes.
did he burn already on him?
It was Ipuraj. Killsteel also no fire extinguisher. Oh no.
They played like Iron Man. They burn.
Oh, Killsteel could have survived that one, but now it's looking very dire. Dima in the TVP, Ebeb.
Well,
And a
both
lot
of them
of-
have clips now, but Ebeb has no HP even to look upon anyone.
Mirsky picks up Ebeb. Dima has 4 shells, which is not enough, getting shot from all sides here. And that will be all she wrote as Swift take down Legend 5-0.
Pretty good display for Swift. Fast victories.
Finally.
Finally. And we have finally a decider who is taking the points here. Haha!